Hey peeps, this is Stephanie from Stephanie Soothes. I pray everyone is doing well. Today is Saturday, which you're seeing this on Sunday. I was supposed to have this out on yesterday, Saturday, but I got caught up. Always something. But anyway, so because you won't have a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you'll have a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I just flipped it on. Before I finished these books and stuff, I just was flipping on just to let you know what I am doing. So this is what I've been doing. I didn't take you through the process of it all, but these little, well, let me see your almost finished version. I still have to put a charm or something on here. I didn't want to wrap it around this way, so I'm going to use these clips and hang a charm from it. Several dangles, a dangle, I should say. So, I'm showing you the finished version. Paper in here, just like a little bitty notebook. Okay, so I started with this, my CVS, you know, are from the pharmacy bags. And then I took my napkins. Before I sewed it together, I took napkins. Hold on. Okay. So this is from some napkins. That red and stuff that you see peeping through is the writing on here. Looks like paint though, doesn't it? And then here was a napkin. I gessoed it first, so the white part is gesso, or you can use white paint. Napkin. And napkin. So I put gesso the front and the back. And then I put the napkin on front and the back. Let it dry in between. And then I folded this over 3.5 inches. I measured 3.5 inches and then I folded it there. So this is 3.5 inches long. I folded this over for the pockets. Folded it together, and then I sewed around it. Sewed around it. So now, from, I don't remember where all I got everything from. This is from Tailor Made Journals. They call Butterfly Kisses. Butterfly Kisses, and it's like 6 girls. So I cut them out. I cut around, fussy cut the girls. And so here's like the first girl. I couldn't get all of her skirt on here. I tried to print it a little smaller, but it was too little. It was too little. And then there's some that are bigger, but this is the way I did that. I fussy cut around that and put her on there. And then also I don't remember where I got these from either. I gotta look to see who. These flowers. Not there. Let's see. I had these flowers. This came with something else. Not the people I have back here. Not them. But I forgot where I got these from. But I cut those out. I had cut them out on top of... I put it on top of here first and was going to cut it out. But then I thought, I glued it on top and then I was going to cut it out. And then I thought it needs to be, I didn't want the backing to be this paper. This paper right here, I use a lined template, notebook paper. You know how you can Google the lined template or get it on, excuse me, Canva, Creative Fabrica or stuff. You could get those templates. And then I copied it onto this paper. So that's how I got the lines on this paper. So I ended up putting this on top of fabric swatches that I had. So I have all of these. I cut them out. I glued it on top of fabric. So that could be the backing. Now this first one I did, I got too much glue on it, but I didn't change it out. I'm not gonna, it's fine. So like this is a swatch that I cut out. And this is, see, first I have put it on this paper and then I put it on top of there. I know I'm talking fast, but let's just, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out. I know I'm talking fast, but I always feel like I'm in a hurry trying to get my time in on these videos. I should just talk slow. I don't talk slow though, and neither do I talk fast. I'm in between. I slowed down. Can you tell? That's not lifting. That's lifting a little bit. I'll just make sure to fill around, and this part is what I'll take down on the page instead of having it the part that's sticking out. Okay, so I have those ready, and I had already, you know, cut up my paper and all of that, so these will go in the last 4. What else did I want to say? What I tied this with, I usually try to buy old quilts, unfinished quilts at the like rummage sales and stuff like that. So this came off of an old finished quilt that I have. Isn't that, I like all this old, this is all like, I would say vintage material. So I cut a strip down. When I cut this strip, I realized this was done by hand. So I had to go through and kind of sew up some of these, sew them tighter myself so it won't rip out. To make the holes, I used the crocodile. So that's what I did with that. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here. Also, so I cut a strip down. So I decided, since that happened with that, I went back with my sewing machine and then just reinforced the stitches. So when I do cut it again, it won't just tear apart. You know, just like that sari silk tearing apart. That's how this was tearing apart. So I love this fabric. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And so that's that. So why don't I do one with you? I mean, not do one. I mean, put one together. So these girls, so with the color, I have to make sure I choose the right girl for the right background, because it could wash them out because of the color, right? So I already know, I already had chose her on this, but look at her on this. See how that, I feel like it She would be good on this too, but anyway, she would be good on this, but the girl that would be better on this didn't look right on these three. So I had to put her on this, so she was good on two of them. So I'm gonna put her on here. I'm gonna cut this butterfly though. I'm just gonna have to cut it right here, because it doesn't fit, and I don't want it all the way in. I want to see most of it as I can. So that's there. I'm trying to remember, was she here or was she here? I think she was here. See, I won't get her whole body. I'm gonna have to cut this off down here. And then I know she was here, because look how she looks here. That coloring doesn't go. So I had to put her on this one. Like this. And then there was a little butterfly that went with her. And I'm going to put it here. Because it's Butterfly Kisses is the name of that. Okay, let me see. I know you can't see that anymore. I'm just going to scoot it over so you can just see. And then this one is here. So that's how they went. So I'm going to set these aside. Let's put her on first, which is right here. So let me put a mark here, just so I'll know where it goes. We'll use some glue. I know I went on and glued that part. So this is gonna go where I marked her, right there. Okay. Let's make sure I have some glue on here, that it sticks. Oh, moved it. That's my family on Glide. I need to put it on vibrate. Okay, let's cut this off. Sometimes I like to use my long scissors or the short, you know, I think the short tipped scissors are good for things, and the long tipped scissors are good for things. This feels so soft. You know, you can't even hear the paper. Okay, so we got that. Now let's put Missy down. Okay, let's put her here. this is lifting up some, so I'm going to use some art glitter glue to pull up under some of these, because we don't want it to, you know, I think it didn't stick good because of the napkin texture. Just make sure. So next time I'm going to use the art glitter glue. But my other one, I'm going to have to check the other one to see if anything is lifting. You know? Okay, there's that one. I gotta get up and look through my camera because I don't want it to be looking all blurry. It doesn't. She's cute. So next, I'm gonna put my paper in. And then I have two put two holes. Okay. Then this is what I had cut out. Okay, we have that. And I don't need it that long. So let's just cut this part off. it'll have to relax. Right now, it'll keep opening, so it'll have to relax, you know. Don't want that in the middle. In the middle. I could have did it in the middle. No, I think that's fine. Right there. And then choose one of my flowers. Let's just, let's choose that one. Let's choose this one. And I'm going to put it on the short paper. Out a little bit like that. I'll put it on there and on those two. And I'll use fabric glue. Let's see. I could have stuck it out a little bit more, but this is fine. And then I'm going to end up putting this on there, the clamp. So I'll do the other three. And then I'm going to, let me go ahead and see if I can do, I'm going to use, I normally use the wax threading or the hemp thread, but I'm going to try to use one of these. Let's just put some beads on here right quick. You know? I'm going to use just the bright color. Hopefully it works. I never used the embroidery thread before. These bags, is this open or shut? Yeah. Okay. Let's use, I'm going to use this. Okay. Just going to use some. Come out correctly. Here's you. And let's try to see if I could get, I don't know if this would be hard or not, because you see how you have to keep them together. We shall see. We shall see. I'm not going to do a lot of beads, just a few. Hopefully it'll not be too thick. If it doesn't work, because I'm doing this on the spot, if it doesn't work, you know, the way I want it to, I'll just have to try something else. So this, you guys are using this with me on the spot. Okay, I have some beads. I have lace, but I know what I wanted. I chose, I wanted to use. Let's see what I got. Some of these are from Valentine. Let's just, here, I'm gonna lift this up here. I have lots of beads. It's just a few. I know you can't see what I got, so why would I say lift them up here? I'm gonna use some of these, and I wanted I'll use some of these. I'll use a heart. Is there a heart in the house tonight? All right. Okay. And then just use some. Hopefully they fit. See, some of these holes might be too little and they might not fit. Oh, no, I don't like it if it doesn't. You could use thread, you know, a needle to help it go through. But let's just see. I can't even see. I have to turn on my light. Are you going to go through? It went through. It went through. I don't want to use a lot. You know, so I'm going to put a knot in it. Because it's a little book, so it doesn't have to be a lot. A lot. Hopefully. Okay, I need to get there. So I can pull it down closer. Will it go through? See, I gotta make that knot bigger. Just want to make that knot bigger now. Okay. So that's one. We're going to use, I'll make this even, the string even. Let's use a blue. Can y'all go through there, please? Yes. Oh, that knot isn't big enough. I need a little bead. Oh my God, I'll make this bigger. See, I would use a bead, you know, a little bead just to give it, what do you call those beads? I don't know. Just gonna put a bigger knot in here. Just so that splitting up. Let me cut that. Maybe some glue. I'm just trying that out. I never did glue before. Why would it work? I just needed you to stay together. Yeah. It still went through. Isn't that crazy? I need a smaller bead. Oh, hold on. Let me grab some of these. Hopefully you go through it, ma'am, sir. just use the regular string I would normally use. Oh, a wet one. Excuse my fingernail polish. Just do that. So then it, let's see, what else can I use? Stimmy and thinking too long. That's all I'm gonna use. I'm gonna put I have something prettier. I know I got quiet. I'm concentrating. I'm gonna put this heart on. The other one, I'm just going to put 2 things on it because I don't want it to be too much. Like I said, just a, they can hang it on something else. Let me see. Goes this way, right? Maybe I'll just hang one thing on here. What can I put on there? What can I do? Hold on, people. I'm sorry. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. have a butterfly? I have butterflies, but do I have a butterfly in here? Got a mermaid. Here's a butterfly. Let's stick a butterfly on there. Ooh, I gotta take, what time is it? I got somewhere I got to be. I'm just gonna hang that on there. All right, I'm gonna do this. After I tie this, I'm gonna finish up the rest of them and then come back and show you all the completions. I'm gonna type me out a description to keep with it at the Casey Finds, and I will show you that too. So this is that. This stick is cute. I hope it's cute. Oh, sorry, I was out of the frame. But I'll come back and show you the rest. Another thing I was going to say, should I put that on there or not? I was trying to keep this price down. So, with it just being this, it was $12. But then with this added on, I think I'm going to go to $18. See how long it took me to fool with this? Yeah. So it's going to be 18 at the craft fair and at the consignment shop. The retail shop, I should say. Retail shop. I hear girls on there, they have stuff at a consignment shop and they call it their retail shop. All right, I know I went through over and over with names and stuff, so I'm going to come back, finish it, show you all of it. I'll be back, okay? Okay, I'm back. I finished them. Let's see. Let's get them in some type of order just so you can see what I've done. Let's start here. I don't need to flip through because you already know what it looks like inside, unless you just want to see the flower. But this can come off, and they can use it on whatever they want to use it on. And it's got the pockets. I don't know if I'm going to stick something in here or not. I could. And the paper, so you already seen the paper, but the inside of that fabric. And then, ooh, yeah. It's a good thing to flip through your books because you could, when that glue or whatever comes through. And then that's what I had cut off. So that's on that one. So I have this butterfly. I have a butterfly on all of them. The butterflies are different, and I have a flower on all of them, and just the different beads. And I use the embroidery thread. So that's one. I have 5. Here's the blues. The blue, got the blue flower, and then I have a gold butterfly with, I don't know what colors. I try to draw off of what was on the book. Just flipping through just to the flower. And here's the flower. So there's that. And I had already showed you this one. Did I put a butterfly on her? Yes, purple. So I already has showed you her. Let me check the, yeah, making sure that's not. And then I'm just gonna check to see that this glue isn't sticking on the paper. And this is made with a green butterfly. It's got a green color butterfly. And some greens and then the yellow. And the last one, butterfly here and there. And so this is like a dark purple. So it's green, and what color is this butterfly? It's white, like a cream color. I wasn't looking at, hopefully you saw all these books because I wasn't looking at the mirror, the screen. And then there's that. I think it's cute. So these are going, I'm going to take these tomorrow to our retail shop at the consignment store. So I still have to write out my description and then make out my prices for it. If I don't get it there tomorrow, I'll go Monday after work. And there it is. Prepared this to take pictures for my thumbnail. So thank you for watching. If this is your first time here, I hope you're enjoying the videos. You might see that I might be deleting some videos that I recorded in, I forgot when I started, was it 2020? So I might be deleting some of them, but I will have some that are still on if you haven't seen my videos. Maybe one will pique your interest. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. Pray for me. I'll pray for you that whatever day you're watching this on, that you woke up with a smile on your face and trust God. Trust God for all of your needs and all of your wants. All right, be blessed.